Leo.
Hi, and now we're going to be looking at your solar chart for the full year of 2013 in your star sign. And basically what we're going to do today is take Mars, where it currently is now in January, and follow its motion and to see where it kind of ends up at the end of the year. What this will do will help to jumpstart you, knowing where Mars is, where you can hone in on the best energy available to you, which Mars is all about, and which arena of life is affecting you, so you can take that action and start building and see what you can accomplish there by the end of 2013. Also, we're going to look a little bit at Jupiter. I'm not going to give too much attention to it. It's only going to change a sign here throughout the year. And besides, we're going to be covering that on a monthly basis on your monthly tubes anyhow. But most interestingly is the big challenge we're all facing with that Uranus-Pluto. We all have it in our charts. We all have it in different parts of our charts. So I want to kind of scope out to you on your specific star sign to see where it's sitting, where Uranus is sitting, and where it's going to be hitting Pluto, and what your specific challenge is going to be. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. And challenges are always a big punch, but it doesn't have to be a negative thing. See, when we know what it's about, we drop fear. We only fear what we don't know, and this is when we turn all rigid and we kind of scramble to kind of hang on to old security, and where we freeze. See, it's like if we take another image and think about somebody who's drowning. What's the difference between somebody drowning and somebody coming in by free will, coming in and saving that person? What's the difference between the victim and the hero? The hero is in the same waters, same waves, and yet feel very, very comfortable and secure. It's because he's forewarned and forearmed. And this is what I want to give you, because these challenges will give a punch to all of us, no matter where we are. But when we know which area of our life it's going to affect, then we can look at what can we do about it. How can we actually stay a step ahead and take the challenge and rise it. See, because not all challenges have to be a bad thing. Sometimes they come around with radical changes so that we, in a very quick way, can change direction. And sometimes it will just prompt us and throw us straight onto our life purpose. And this is how I want you to look at it. What good can you get out of the challenges in the sky year of 2013? Hello Leo, this is your annual forecast for 2013. Happy New Year. We're going to start off with Mars and where Mars is currently as you start off the year. Mars is always that directed energy that we put out, our physical energy and our attention that way. And for the first few weeks, you're going to have Mars going through the section of your partnerships and love and relationships, marriage. So this is the time of year to pay extra attention to it. And especially if it needs it, now is the time to do it, because you're going to be very busy in other sectors of your life throughout this year. And of course you'll have small periods in between where you can do that, but now it's full on attention, and make the most of it. Mars will then follow into the area of funding, money, other people's money. That could be bank loans or venture capital, royalties perhaps, or if you're waiting for some settlements from insurance companies, this would be the time to follow up on that. Follow up and follow through and make sure that they get their things done. Or it's a good time to apply and take action in those regions. Even if this is settlements going on too, you could see this take place here, and we're kind of talking now February and March. Then I see research, studying, expansion, knowledge seeking, You may be taking some classes or courses, or you may be the one also giving some lecture or classes and mentoring somebody else. This higher knowledge may also tie into other cultures or languages, foreign people and places perhaps. And whoever you meet up with at this time, they can really be important to you later on. So make a note of them. And whatever insights you're collecting, this information, this research that I see that you're looking into for weeks here, you're studying something, this is really going to behoove you, as the following weeks coming in right behind it is your work and career sector. And this is where this can actually come out, you know, and where you can use it like right away. And the nice thing about that is Mars only comes into your career house once every 2 years, okay? So try to look back 2 years. What did you start? What did you do? What seeds did you sow? This is the time that you're going to be reaping it, okay? So time for honors and fame and, you know, achievements. And so you're going to have very busy weeks, giving it your all. Mars is Marsy. You know, it doesn't give up. It's like this motor that never stops. So after that, you will finally step back a little bit and take some time off and catch up with friends. You know, it's like you've been sacrificing some of that time within your career to now be with friends and organizations. You might get involved with new networks and do something for them, or you might get some offers from some new groups and organizations as well. And the networking, the people that you can meet there, they can also become key figures or new friends later on. So make a note of any new people coming into your life there at that time. And especially I want to say, because you have Jupiter there. Jupiter is, you know, the planet of abundance. We love Jupiter when Jupiter is active, and it is going direct end of January, so it's going to be, you know, full speed ahead throughout summer, and it's going to move into Cancer here in July. So make the most of any kind of networking that you can do between now and July. And then you're probably going to move into a place where you're just going to need to rest. The perfect time for you to take vacation, time to listen within, catch up with spirit and your own intuitions and downloads. And Jupiter has moved into this area as well. So you might find some inspiring thoughts, new ideas, brainstorming period. You might also meet up with people who works behind the scenes, or even you might be working silently and behind the scenes with some new big concepts that's not going to be revealed quite yet. Coming in towards the last few months of the year, I see you after this resting or quiet period. You're really going to come out with a full storm, so to speak. Where perhaps even you're going to be promoting yourself and these concepts that you've been working with. Leo likes to do that in big style, you know, so pay attention to the feedback that you're getting. At that time, it could be really, really good. And I see you drawing people to you who's going to be very helpful, and you have all this charisma. And so we're probably talking, I'd say, September, October, thereabouts, okay? And coming up towards the end of the year, October, November, early December perhaps, you're going to be looking at your finances, what's going in, what's going out, how is your income looking, how has it increased, and how can you increase it some more. That would be your time of the year to ask for a raise. And ending up here at the end of the year in December is a time for travel. You're going to be very busy back and forth, short trips, interacting with neighbors and neighborhood associations. Maybe siblings from afar will come visiting, or vice versa. And perhaps anything written, if you write a lot, this would be the time for you to actually bring it all together. And self-publishing could also be in the mix at that time, end of the year. So Leo, what is the greatest challenge of the year? As I said in the intro, we have Uranus and Pluto butting heads, and they're two big game players. They both can do a big punch, and everybody's going to feel it one way or the other. So for you, where is it going to hit? Uranus is in your area of education and travel and higher knowledge and learning, legal issues and whatnot. So there might be anything that you've tried to kind of bring forward. If you're a publisher or wanting to publish, you might see that being challenged a little bit, or setbacks or even delays on this side. The flip side is, wow, can you expect things to open up like this overnight, instantaneously? And when, and if so, it will go big and it will go internationally. Because the ninth area here for you is all international groups. So if you have something that you're going to be publishing, make sure that it's not just national. Go to foreign sites and have it published there as well. You can reach really, really far, and there can also be fame in the picture. Only be very, very careful with whatever contracts that you sign, just because it's being challenged. And if this is some of your work and your copyright, make sure that you have the right signatures on everything. The challenge from Pluto is in your area of coworkers. So you might feel that maybe some coworkers might be either working against you. It could be just tensions there. Can't really say that it's with groups, but there might be somebody there with a little angle or a hook that might just aggravate you. The best way is to not go into power struggles with this person, but try to meet this person halfway. Actually try to befriend it. And I know that will not sound too lucrative or too attractive to do, because I see that it's going to be like an annoyance. And why would you want to befriend somebody who's like this thorn in your side? But that's the way to actually turn it around. Try to recognize that this person or these people might be coming from a place of somewhat insecurity. An insecure Plutonian person is actually somebody who's not feeling adequate. And so to mask their inadequacy, they kind of puff up, and then they try to come big, and then they try to be intimidating. And it's only because they want to push people away so they don't look on the inside and see their vulnerability. So if you can recognize that, and if there's anybody kind of popping into your life this year that has that attitude, this is why you'll know how that you can, that it's okay to approach them and befriend them. And you know what? They can turn around magically and actually end up becoming a very good friend of yours. Believe it or not. Okay? So we have to take our fears by the horns here and meet it, and then it won't be that big or that nasty of a challenge. You also want to watch out a little bit for health, because this area, this sector is health related as well, that you don't allow these tensions to get to you. And see, if we don't meet tensions head on to kind of turn it around and fix it, if we suppress it, where's that energy going to go? If all this aggravation that you're going to be feeling, if you don't get that out, it's going to affect your body. And this is where I'm seeing your health can kind of like, you know, your muscles may tense and your stomach may go bad, and you know, then that's when you got to go and watch Dr. Oz and go do all the right things for your health. Okay, so but when you know where it's at and you recognize it, which you will, just try to address it right away. It's not that dangerous. It's the illusion of things that can be scary. You know, we think it's all real when people come towards us like in these nightmare figurines. But that's all it is. You have a great career coming up, and you are going to go far with the work that you're going to do, and you're going to have a wonderful year, Leo. Okay, so make sure you read you listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. You'll get more information on the same thing that we're talking about here as it kind of comes in and correlates to those signs of yours. And so make sure that you hit subscribe and you get your monthly forecasts sent directly to you. So till then, take care.